Hello, everybody, and welcome. Well, first of all, thank you for your patience while we let our creative juices flow.
We were delayed by storms and school
Stuff. And storms and stuff. 3 S's of
Life.
procrastination.
We were hindered by life.
Yeah, but we are now back, and we're going to start hitting you with some rapid fire. All the movies we've seen since then. The reviews are going to lose a little impact considering they're coming out a month or so after the movie itself, but you know what? That's neither here nor there, because when you look back and go, man, I wonder if I should buy that movie. Let me check up that Nola Nerd review site, see what's what. You know,
Yeah,
that's
as
a
we
thing.
do.
It's a thing that I assume might happen one day. I'm Matt,
I'm Chris.
and we're the Nola Nerds. And today's video review we're actually going to do a double review because they're very similar and almost to the
Super similar.
Almost to the point where we're like, huh. We're going to do both The Raid Redemption, an Indonesian badass martial arts cop thriller-ness, and Dredd, the reboot of the Judge Dredd franchise starring Carl Urban. And this episode is brought to you by adorable Mega Man powered-up stickers that I found.
Stop it. Stop it.
Oh.
We're talking about gory man movies. We have no need for your stickers.
I know. We're sponsored by The Great Mouse Detective on Blu-ray. Now let's talk about some murder movies.
Let's get the basic plot out of the way, because it's pretty much the same for both of them.
There's a tower.
There is a criminal tower.
One
an
might
apartment
say
building.
Tower of Terrorists.
Sounds like someone just came back from Disney World. There's a crime lord who operates an apartment building where criminal activities occur. And in both movies, a lawman goes in and cleans up the town.
Or lawmen.
Lawmen.
Or a lawwoman,
Yeah.
as is the case in one of the movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, why don't we tackle The Raid Redemption, because it was the one that kind of came out of nowhere for us.
Yeah.
There was no expectation.
It came out on Blu-ray about a month ago.
And I bought it just off of the chance, hearings I'd heard from other people saying it was an incredible, just pure action film.
It's been called one of the better action movies of this decade, and I'm gonna agree with it.
You know, we've recently, I wouldn't say recently, in recent years, have found a newfound respect and love for Muay Thai films.
Yeah, Taiwanese action films.
Just other action films, because of their just raw brutality. With the kind of thing where I'm pretty sure if they tried to pull that on stunt people here, the union would be all up in arms.
Pretty much.
But over there, apparently, it's just the bee's knees to get your back broken by Tony Jaa and his ilk.
Yes, it is.
So although this is an Indonesian film, the same concept applies.
Yeah. In this film, we are covering a squad of super cops.
Super SWAT
cops who are going to take out this evil crime lord in his tower. And
it's a giant, dilapidated, housing project.
It's just a fucking mess. We can't really pronounce any of the names. The only name you need to be aware of,
Mad Dog. Played by
Yayan
Ruhian, and I'm sure we're butchering the hell out
Sorry.
of it. But it's basically a squad of many dozens that eventually, through the act of one sentry getting out an alarm, is quickly whittled down to a core 5.
Yeah.
Which is then further whittled down to 3.
So the main character
and his brother and Mad Dog. And the captain.
And then Mad Dog.
Fucking Mad Dog. Mad Dog is billed as the mob boss's
he's the mini boss.
Assassin. Yeah, he's the mid boss. But he's his enforcer, even though he's a tiny dude. They call him the Mad Dog.
There is a lot of throat trauma in this film.
Oh, our favorite type of trauma.
Literally, broken glass through the throat. If you are
not being stabbed through the neck or your neck being snapped, you are having, in one of the greatest sequences of the movie, having a door shattered and then you grabbing someone and just suplexing him, his neck first, into the jagged wooden fragments of the splintered door frame.
Yeah.
It's
beautiful. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Also, a lot of fluorescent light bulb trauma.
Yes.
The light sticks.
It's almost like watching an independent wrestling show. There's so much fluorescent bulb drama.
Kuka.
I
mean, really, that's what all this movie is about. You're not picking up a movie like The Raid for the in-depth character studies or the love interest romantic subplot,
of which there isn't.
Which is nice because that would just dilute. It's actually reminded me of going back and watching the original Taken, where you just really enjoyed it for what it was. It didn't pretend to be anything other than a revenge film.
Yeah, it was the one. It doesn't have like a really like super deep story. There's not a lot of character moments, but it is a lot of fun, and it's wonderful in its brutality.
It's kind of the movie you watch with your buddies while drinking at night, and there's a lot of oh shit moments where you're just like, oh my god, that was badass.
2 broken thumbs up. On the other side of the world, we have Dredd, which in a dystopian future rather than a dystopian Indonesian present, yes,
we have mega cities which build up rather than out, and so we now have instead of like 30 floors, 200 floors
of terror,
of murder and drug use and ridiculousness.
Yes.
Now this movie, I thought, took the same concept, but you have the lone wolf and its green partner.
Well, I mean, this film is also this is a more super sci-fi.
Yes,
it's not hard sci-fi where like there's teleporters and like replicas, but it's definitely
aliens and stuff.
But it's definitely more sci-fi than what we live in now.
But almost to the point where almost like realistic progression of sci-fi. Really, the only thing that changes is you have like your little Blade Runner-esque flying cars and like hover cars.
You have guns that respond only to your DNA that have alternate weapon loadouts.
That's my favorite. Was the gun that had. It's like playing a video game. You just switch ammo type to incendiary or high explosive or armor piercing.
It does have a lot to it has a lot to fight for because Judge Dredd was originally a film with Sylvester Stallone.
Yep. Where
it's memorable for him yelling, "I am the law!" Law! Thanks, Armand Asante. But this one is almost the complete opposite. Carl Urban plays Dredd in this. And he seems to have caught a severe case of Batman throat cancer. He does. And you know what? Here's the thing though. When he utters, "I am the law," I'm kind of scared.
Because he says that in a badass way.
Because he's gonna throw a guy in prison for vagrancy for 3 months.
Well, although he should have known better. He's the fucking law.
He is the law. And we're introduced to the rookie Judge Anderson.
We're also told that also, it is just like another movie that we're going to review that came out roughly around the same time. In the future, humans have developed kind of psychic abilities.
Yeah, and she's a full-blown psychic, one of the most powerful ones. And her sequences when she's infiltrating the mind of the suspects is really, really well done. Yeah,
actually, a lot of the more visual effects, especially the core concept of this is. The drug lord, the crime boss in this is she's peddling a drug that slows down time.
Your perception of time.
And the visual effect done to show that time dilation is incredible.
Yeah. Everything gets super lens flary and everything slows down a couple of seconds.
With a gold tint, very sparkly.
Yeah. And like it looks like it's a great drug to be on.
Yeah, I would assume.
It looks like it.
It does. It's visually a great drug to be on.
Yeah. And in this one, the main crime boss is played by Lena Headey of Game of Thrones and every other genre
300.
TV show you've ever seen.
Yeah.
So she did good.
She was a thoroughly menacing villain while at the same time being like, this is why you should fear me. Like when you get into her little backstory. I mean, but just like The Raid, this movie is not really about the character moments or the romance. This movie does have it, though.
I think this movie has more character moments than The Raid does.
Well, by default, it has to.
Yeah,
it's a Hollywood big budget film. They had expectations.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Dredd. Their expectations couldn't have been that high. But I think we got a nice moments of Dredd where he seems like this gigantic hard ass, and he is. but he's also got a little bit of a softer side.
Yeah, especially when looking out for the rookie.
Yeah, but it's not ridiculous like in the '95 Judge Dredd, where he's just all like, "I'm taking Rob Schneider, and we're going to go on wacky adventures."
Yep. Nah, not so much like that.
Nope.
The action sequences in this were great, especially the one shown most in the trailer, which is the running down the hallway from the chain gun filled with high explosive rounds.
Yes, there is at least one instance of throat trauma in this movie.
Because you couldn't have it without it.
Good on you, Dredd.
Also, just a lot of cursing and just kind of just out there to be like offensive and shocking like moments, especially with the prisoner.
Yeah, the villains are overwhelmingly villainous.
Yeah, like
in both films.
They don't pretend to be anything other than what they are.
And the heroes are just kind of sort of villainous, not true heroes.
Yeah, Judge Dredd. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't call him an anti-hero. He just is a victim of excessive force.
He is order personified.
Yeah.
So
he's a manhunter.
Yes.
No man escapes the Dredd.
I give Judge Dredd also two broken thumbs.
All right, so I guess it comes down to the obvious then. Which did you prefer?
I prefer Dredd.
I did too, actually.
Yeah. As much as I enjoyed the Raid, I thought the Raid had some better fight sequences. I think Dredd's story was kind of more tied together.
On its own.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that is to be expected that the martial arts Indonesian film with super SWAT cops that know kung fu would have the better choreographed fight scenes. There was that one scene done in almost one take in the hallway with his knife.
Oh yeah.
And you're just like, why would you give him a knife? Just stop. Go run away. These people, that was just a wonderful scene of just brutality. But then you have Judge Dredd, and it's just Judge Dredd follows your more basic just movie like setup.
Yeah,
it felt more like a movie,
and it felt like there was no real mini boss at the end. Once in the raid, once they beat Mad Dog, it was kind of unnecessary to go after the big guy because they lost a lot of momentum.
Yeah,
but in this one, the big bad was Mama, and when they reached the top and fought her,
what a great ending that was too.
Yes,
but I guess let's see.
Well, let's give it our normal rating. Would you buy it?
The Raid.
Yeah, we'll do the Raid first. Would you buy the Raid?
I did.
Yes, you did. That's how we saw it.
Now that's me taking a risk. A lot of people wouldn't do that with a movie they never heard of. Now, should you buy it?
Yes. I would. I have not bought the Raid. I will buy it when it goes on sale. It was good. It's not a day one purchase. It wouldn't if we had seen it in theater. It wouldn't be a day one purchase, but it would definitely be something I would pick up on a Black Friday sale.
Yeah. Now, if you had to give it a number, because we also do that.
If I had to give it a number, I'd give it like a 7.5.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
I'd give it an 8. Now, Dredd, unfortunately, has been a commercial flop, which is very disappointing, but not entirely unexpected.
Well, here's the thing. Dredd will do fine in like Britain.
Yeah.
Where Judge Dredd is the comic there. In America, everyone has Sylvester Stallone in their head.
Exactly. Or just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Problem is, it was such a fantastically enjoyable and entertaining action movie. It's just a shame more people shrugged it off.
Yeah.
Now, would I buy it? Yes. When it comes out? Yeah, that's happening. I might even spring, because Best Buy tends to keep the prices very similar. I might even get the 3D version, because I hear the 3D on this movie actually was very good.
We saw it in 2D.
We did. That should be pointed out, but not just because there's only certain movies that we feel really justify it, but the reviews all said that 3D was very well done, so who knows? But yeah, no matter whether 2D or 3D, this is a Blu-ray purchase day one for me.
It would depend when it came out. If I didn't pick it up first day, I would definitely pick it up. I wouldn't wait for a sale to pick it up. Let me just put it like that. It would just depend what else came out that release day.
Like if it came out during a dry week when there was nothing else.
Yes, I wouldn't feel bad picking it up.
Cool.
I would give Dredd an 8.
I would give Dredd an 8.5.
Yeah.
That said, yeah, I mean, if you were wondering why our reviews didn't talk more about things like character arcs or like choreography, stuff like that, like more technical aspects of films, it's because both of these movies are to be viewed for one reason only, and that is pure just entertainment, action movie sustenance. and both delivered.
Yeah.
That's really all that matters.
Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
So I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
And we're the Nola Nerds, and this has been our review for the Raid Redemption / Dredd.
3D.
3Dizzle!
Wait, no. 3D. No, 3D.
Okay.
Okay. Jesus.